The very first decision you make each day in your business can be catastrophic, unless you do this simple thing. This single morning routine has helped me to grow this channel to over 100,000 subscribers while working as a full-time consultant in the beginning, and consistently helped me double the productivity of my clients. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how this routine primes your brain for optimal business decisions, a complete morning routine, and how you can copy and customize it to your own situation. Let's dive into the first point. Here's the truth most people overlook. You can't achieve any meaningful goal as you are right now. Growth demands personal evolution. To achieve any goal, you have to become the person who's capable of achieving that goal. You have to level up. You have to change. Think of it this way. Every big goal you ever reached changed you in some fundamental way. You're not the same person as you were when you started. You've developed new mindsets, beliefs, and skills. And the same applies for your business. You probably heard the saying, people don't have business problems, they have personal problems. And it's absolutely true. Your business is simply a reflection of you, your mindset, character, and decisions. It all pours out into your business. So if you want to grow your business or achieve any meaningful business goals, you need to show up as a new person. Level up yourself and your business will follow. And that's why having a powerful morning routine matters. It's an opportunity for you to prime yourself and show up to your business as a new and better you. It's like sharpening the axe before chopping the tree. Sure, you could get straight into chopping the tree, but the wise person knows that if he sharpens his axe first, he will end up chopping the tree much faster and with less effort. So how exactly do you apply this concept? Well, let me walk you through my step-by-step morning routine next and show you how you can copy and customize it to your own situation. My morning routine consists of 3 overarching steps, each crucial, with the second step being the main one. But first, let me cover step number 1. This first step is all about seamlessly transition from the moment you wake up to the moment you execute the main part of your morning routine. Doing this properly preserves all your mental energy and clarity for work later and makes your routine effortless. So my mornings used to look like this. I'd wake up and my first thoughts would be, should I get out of my bed now or lay for a few more minutes? And after finally deciding to get up, I then thought about what clothes to put on. Should I wear something cozy or dress up now? Then I'd go to the toilet, but wondered if I should go down to drink water first. And when it was time for the main part of my morning routine, I paused to think again. Should I do it in the bedroom or another room? Can you see how many decisions I had to make just a few minutes after waking up? Each of these small decisions drains your mental energy. This is called decision fatigue, and most people completely overlook how much it affects their productivity and clarity. The solution to this is to minimize your decisions. You do this by pre-planning every small step from the moment you wake up until the moment you start your main morning routine. Exactly what clothes to wear, the order of going to the bathroom first or drinking water after, etc. Everything needs to be pre-decided. By doing this, your brain are not wasting any mental energy on deciding these trivial things. And the more consistently you do this, the more automatic it becomes. Eventually, you'll do these steps without even thinking. So here's exactly what my step 1 looks like now. First, I wake up and put on pre-decided clothes, and it's usually the same outfit every day unless I have a meeting with a client. Second, I go to the toilet. Third, I head to the kitchen and drink 2 glasses of water. Fourth, step outside and expose myself to sunlight for a few minutes. And fifth, go directly to the room where I do the main part of my morning routine. So how can you apply this step to yourself? It's simple. First, map out every action and decision you currently make from the moment you wake up until the moment you do the main part of your morning routine. Second, pre-decide each of these steps and execute them consistently until they become automatic habits you do on autopilot. And bonus tip, reduce friction wherever possible. For example, if you have specific clothes you wear each morning, instead of storing them in another room deep inside a closet, hang them ready in your bedroom. This makes it easier and quicker to follow through. I'm telling you, don't underestimate the fatigue that comes from having to decide each of these trivial decisions in the moment. They will have a significant negative effect on your decision making later on. Next, let me show you the main part of my morning routine. Remember how I said earlier that business problems are really just personal problems? This is exactly what the main part of the morning routine will address. I used to make a common mistake where I simply copy whatever morning routine I found online. Sure, some of these routines can be a decent starting point, but they're not tailored to your own personal challenge. The most powerful morning routine is one that specifically targets your unique personal problems. That's also why the main part of my morning routine changes from time to time, depending on what personal challenges I'm currently working on. It can be anything from different type of meditations, journaling, mobility, etc. But what I found for myself and most people is that mindsets and limiting beliefs are usually the main personal problem people struggle with. So right now, for example, I'm doing a Joe Dispenza style of meditation, specifically designed to address certain limiting beliefs and mindsets blocks I'm working through. But I also know other successful entrepreneurs who swear by a morning workout or yoga session as the main part of their routine. The point is, your main morning activity should directly address your biggest personal problem, because your business problems are just your personal problems. So how do you apply this step for yourself? First, identify your main personal problems. Take a moment and clearly map out the biggest personal problems or barriers you're currently facing. What's holding you back from reaching your next level? Second, choose activities that directly address these problems. I've listed a few examples already, but as I said, what's holding most people back are their mindsets and limiting beliefs. So consider activities like meditation, visualization, journaling, or similar. When you tailor your morning routine to directly tackle your biggest personal problem, you've now primed yourself to show up to your business as a new and evolved person. And the decisions you make in your business will be from this new and evolved person. Okay, now we've covered the main part of the morning routine. But what about the final step? From the moment you finish your main part of the morning routine to the moment you sit down to work on your business. Oh, by the way, if you're liking my content so far and want it faster, more frequent, and free, check out my newsletter that is linked in the description below. The last third step shares the exact same goals as step number 1, to minimize decision fatigue and friction. So whether you need to shower and prepare yourself for work or drive your kids to school, the process is the same as in number 1. First, map out every action and decision you're currently making from the moment you finish the main part of your morning routine to the moment you sit down and start working. Second, pre-decide each of these steps clearly. Execute them consistently so they become automatic habits you perform on autopilot. And the same bonus tip here, minimize friction wherever possible. You now have all the 3 steps of a powerful morning routine that will prime you to make better business decisions. So to recap, we have step number 1, the first transition, which were to automate every step from the moment you wake up to the moment you execute the main part of your morning routine. Then we have step number 2, the main part of our morning routine, where we directly work on our biggest personal problem. And lastly, step 3, the last transition, where we automate every step from the moment we finish our morning routine to the moment we sit down and work on our business. With this morning routine, you'll consistently tackle your biggest personal problem first thing in the morning, forcing you to level up. And as you level up, your business will follow. Plus, we've done it in a way where decision fatigue is minimized. This means we've preserved maximal mental clarity and energy for when we sit down to work and need to make the big business decisions, rather than wasting them on trivial decisions like what clothes to wear. Now you might be wondering, how long should this morning routine actually be? Great question. After testing this for years, I've found the sweet spot for me to be around 30 minutes. If I go much longer than that, it starts to feel more fatiguing than priming. Now you might still be thinking, couldn't I just take those 30 minutes and spend them directly on my business to get ahead faster instead? Well, remember sharpening the axe analogy I told you about earlier? Sure, you could jump straight into work and put in, for example, a total of 8 hours. Or you could spend the first 30 minutes to prime yourself and make the remaining 7.5 hours of work significantly more productive because of everything I mentioned earlier in the video. So you now know how to prime yourself to make better business decisions before you start your workday. If you want to take your productivity to the next level by working with me, you can also check the second link in the description. Otherwise, if you also want to know how to effectively plan and architect your week for optimal progress, watch this video over here.